Hi, this is Deborah from dinglefoot.com, and this week I'm going to show you how to make an embossed card. I will have a pink card with a white front, and I also have a little bit of extra paper because I'm going to show you how to make the inside of it pretty too. For the inside I will use a border punch from Fiskars, and for my card front, an embossing folder from Cuttlebug, and then of course you'll want your little extras to put on it. I have some adhesive jewels, a little piece of chipboard. It says Scattered Joy on it, and I'm going to use cotton candy stickles and a glaze pen, and I think a little bit of chalk for the front also. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm simply going to take my paper for the front of my card, put it in my embossing folder. Just try to line it up as straight as possible. And I'm going to just run it through my zip mate here. Simple. Alright, that should be nice and embossed when I take it out. Isn't that pretty? I love that design. And I'm going to show you also for the envelope. When I put it in an envelope, I always use these really plain invitation envelopes, and they don't look that special, so I take them and run them through my embossing folder also. It just gives it a really, really nice look. You don't have a boring envelope like everybody else. So I just might as well go ahead and run that through right now too. Let's see what we got. See, your plain old envelope looks really super nice now. So we have that done. Now that I have that embossed, let me get this out of the way. I'm going to take my Fiskars border punch and just punch the long edge right here on the top and the bottom. So go ahead and do that. You can see I got my card punched both top and bottom, and then I glued it on the front of my card. Now we're going to take our chalks. You can use any kind that you have, and we'll want to find colors that kind of match the front, and also whatever you chose for your chipboard. I learned an important lesson: always choose your chipboard first, because I've done this so many times. I make my card and then I don't have anything to match for the front. So I grab my chipboard first. I'm going to take a little bit of pink, and see these little birds and leaves on here? I'm going to put a little pink on the birds. Just simply rub it over the top. Just blow off the extra. So any little birds you find on here, just give it a little chalk. And if you get some on the edges, just take a little pencil eraser and erase around it, and it'll be just fine. Okay, so I got the pink. Now I'm going to take, whoops, missed a little birdie up there. Now I'm going to turn my little puffy around, and I want some green for my leaves. So there's a lot more leaves. Just going to go around and touch those. I'm not doing the vines, just right on the leaves. Okay, looks pretty good. You can see the little design. Just gives it a nice extra little tweak there. And then I'm going to take my chipboard right here. Just use whatever adhesive you like best. I'm going to put some Zots. You know me, I like my stuff always popped off the card. Put that right on the bottom. And now I'm going to take my little adhesive jewels, and you see on this design, you can use this for any design that's similar to this, there's little berries. So all I'm going to do is take little jewels and just put them right on top of those berries. Alright, I'm going to take these. I got these in a strip. You can get them separately too, but just take my little Fiskars micro tip scissors, cut them off. You could use tweezers too if that works. This embossing folder had a couple different sizes of berries on it, so I can use 2 different sizes of the jewels too. But you just go ahead and put those all over where you think, and I'll be right back in a minute. So you can see I got my jewels on the front of my card now. You can see sometimes I group 3 together even though my folder only had 2 berries on it. And the reason I do that is that an odd number always looks better than an even number. So I like to do groups of 1s or 3s or 5s, something like that. And now for my chipboard, just to fancy it up a little bit, I'm going to get my glaze pen and I'm going to take it and just go around some of these flowers just to give it a little bit of dimension. This will just take a couple minutes to dry. You can see this glaze ink comes out so nice and thick. It's an embossed look without using any embossing powder and a heat tool. So just go around these, and then this flower, just go around the middle a little bit. And for the words on my chipboard, I'm going to take my cotton candy stickles, and these come out so nice and thin. It's easy to do this, just right over the top of those letters. So I'm going to do Joy, and this is such a light color, but when it dries, it'll just sparkle right on top there. So put that right on Joy. And I told you I was going to show you the inside of the card, which would have been better to do before I put all that wet stuff on there, but I'll have to do this carefully. Just take your white cardstock. Since this card's bright pink, you want to put something inside that you can write on easily. So I'm going to go ahead, put that inside my card. Get some glue out here. Okay. You can use whatever glue you like best. That's just what I happened to grab, was the liquid glue. I'm going to just paste that inside. And you can see here I have a strip of the same pink card stock that I made the card out of, and I'm punched the edge with my Fiskars border punch. And all I'm going to do is take my paper cutter and just cut this strip right there next to the design. Just put that in there. Trim it off. Let's see, I'm going to need just a little bit of it just for the top and bottom of my card, and I'm actually going to put it this way. So I'll just cut off the width that I need for the top and glue it there, and also for the bottom. Do the same thing. Okay, so here's the inside of my card. I glued my little strips along the top and the bottom, and if you want to get super duper fancy, grab some more of your little jewels and put one in each of those little holes there. That might be more than what you'd want to do, but especially if you have a wedding card, that just looks so nice. See if I can get my little jewel in there. So I'm just going to put one in each hole, and that will be it. I'll give you a little peek here. See if you can see them shining. There's one there and there. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card.